Hey there guys, Promise Reviews here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Rise of the Beast Voyager class Optimus Prime. Now if you guys haven't checked out my last review, please make sure to check it out, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, make sure to turn on post notifications so that you guys don't miss a single upload. Now this week I would like to make this week the Transformers Rise of the Beast week. Well, hype trailer week, as we do know that the trailer will be dropping out on Thursday this week. So again, I will be only reviewing Transformers Rise of the Beast figures until the trailer drops, because again, the hype is now here. Now when this figure was announced, yeah, there were a lot of mixed reactions in the beginning where this guy didn't have a lot of painted plastic, it was all unpainted, and honestly it didn't look that bad. You know, getting more photos here and there, we started to realize the flaws with this guy, but honestly, when you guys do see him in hand, or when you guys do have him in hand, he is not actually a bad mainline figure. Now, seeing Optimus Prime in the trailer, because we haven't seen, the movie yet, honestly, really cool. Again, people really don't like the design for Optimus. They think he's a little too sleek, but honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. It's still a work in progress, so hopefully they do change that up just a little bit. But yeah, again, I'm just really excited for Rise of the Beast, so I can't wait for the trailer to come out, man, because I wonder what they're gonna show. Now take a look at the packaging here. We do have a beautiful image of Optimus Prime. They're looking very cool. Do got the Optimus Prime there and the Transformers Rise of the Beast logo there. And on the top you do have Transformers Rise of the Beast as well. On the side of the box you do have a beautiful image of Optimus Prime. They're looking very cool. You got Voyager class, Class A Voyager, Voyager Class A, Class A via hit on the Class A Voyager. Do got the cool looking alternate mode and the cool looking figure in roughly about 20 steps, so again, not too bad. On the side of the box you do got, the rest of Optimus Prime, but that's enough to talk about that. So let's take a look at, honestly, this very gorgeous figure. Take a look at Optimus Prime's head detail. You can see that the detail on the head looks very well done. Do got the nice silver there, do got the nice blue for the eyes as well. And again, I do actually like the head sculpt. I think it does look very well done. Again, do got the nice transparent blue plastic there, very good. Do got some nice detail inside the plastic there. And again, just going down on this figure, you can see that there is a lot of detail. It's just not painted and it's unpainted and it's sad, but you know what, it is what it is. Do got the nice blue paint here, do got the nice red for the taillights there and there. Again, it doesn't look too bad. The feet kind of bother me too much, but not too much. Do got the tires there on the side, and again, there is nice Autobot logo here and here. But overall, I do honestly quite like this figure. It doesn't look as bad as I thought. Again, do got some nice detail on the sides here and there, but again, if they were just painted, they would stick out way more, and I think it would have made this figure a lot better. But one good thing about this figure is it doesn't have a backpack, surprisingly. On the main line, it doesn't have a backpack. Now that's very interesting. But wow. But again, I think it does look very good. It's just all the unpainted plastic and all the hollow gaps really bother me, but not too bad, but just enough to where it does bother me too much. But you know what, it is what it is. This figure honestly does look very well done for a mainline. I'm honestly very impressed. Now this figure did come with one accessory, so let's take a look at that now. Now take a look at Optimus Prime's only accessory here we do have is his ion blaster. Now I don't know if he's gonna use this in the film, because if you remember in the trailers, he does have already a gun coming out of his arm. So again, I'm very intrigued on how this is gonna fit in the movie. But you know what, it is what it is. It is again all black unpainted plastic, but do got some nice detail here and there, nothing too crazy. But yeah, it's just your typical ion blaster, and yeah, again, I'm very impressed. I am very impressed. But let's put it on him so that way you guys can see how cool he actually looks with it. Now all you're gonna do is bring Optimus here, and it is gonna have a peg right there, and his hands already have a hole you can put it in either hand, and all you're simply gonna do is just plug it in like so. It is a nice firm grip, but there you go, there you have him holding honestly his really cool looking ion blaster. Not too shabby if you ask me. I think he does look very cool with this cool ion blaster. Again, I'm just kind of weirded out how he uses in the film, but you know what, it is what it is. I think it still does look cool, and it honestly looks like a really cool accessory. Not too bad for a mainline figure if you ask me. Now one cool feature about this guy is you can actually store the gun on his back. So all you're gonna do is turn Optimus Prime around, and you're gonna see a hole right there, and again there's gonna be a peg right there, and all you're simply gonna do is plug it in like so. And again, very simple but very well done. It doesn't hinder, it doesn't make him look bad at all. I do love simple weapon storage, as I do think it makes the figures look very cool. And again, honestly, this figure is impressing me for a mainline. I know it's Optimus Prime, they're gonna go all out on Optimus Prime, but honestly, I'm honestly impressed. Now Optimus Prime does stand roughly at about 6 inches tall. Honestly, a small Voyager if you ask me, but again, it is a mainline, so it is what it is. But for some size comparisons, here he is next to Deluxe Class mainline Nightbird, so that way you can see how they both do look there. And honestly, not too bad. Not too bad. Not the best, but honestly not too bad. Again, I'm still kind of in the mix with Nightbird. I don't really like Nightbird, but again, I think together they both do look great, and hopefully we do see some screen time between them too, because I think that'll be very, very, very interesting. For my next size comparison, here he is next to big old Pablo here, so that we can see how they both do look there. And honestly, they both do look good. Together, they both do look good. Again, the Transformers Rise of the Beast figures are coming together very nice and very well. But again, if you are going for mainline, this is how the mainline is going to look. And again, not too bad, but if I were you, wait for Studio Series to see how that turns out. But again, together, I think they both do look great. And for my last size comparison, here he is next to the Studio Series number 38 Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, so that way you can see how they both do look there. And yeah, there's a huge difference. You can see right away that Optimus Prime, shrunk, but at the same time, this is mainline and this is Studio Series. But again, you can see the similarities that these two have. Not, 100% similarity, but you can see the glimpses of what mainline did to reuse some of the details. And again, even though this Optimus Prime is a little shorter, which I'm very, very weirded out by, again, I think they both do look good. Again, if this Optimus Prime had much more paint detail, a little bit of gray here and there like the Studio Series, I promise you we would be having a completely different conversation. But as you guys do know, Hasbro Pulse did announce that they are making a Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, which is going to be a Target exclusive. So again, if I were you, maybe wait for that one. But if you do want an Optimus Prime, I think you guys should get this guy for now. Now, believe me or not, the articulation is actually kind of strange on this guy. I'm still weirded out by it. For, the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, I think. He can look up that far, and he can look a little bit down, but not too much. He does move side to side, but very, very, very tight, very tight. His arm can move out, bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, and he does have a, oh no, he doesn't have a wrist swivel, wow. Oh, he does have a butterfly joint, very, very, very well, and it does like to stay, so thank you. I think that is a very cool thing that they did. He does have a waist swivel, a little bit limited, but it is what it is. He can kick roughly about, okay, yeah, I totally forgot to talk about that. He does have an ab crunch, but is hold on to a tab right there. So again, just click it in and click it out. So yeah, for the leg, he does kick roughly about that far, and he can kick back roughly about that far. He can't kick farther, but again, I'd probably just untab. He does have a thigh swivel, bend at the knee, a very, very, very bend at the knee actually, and he does have a beautiful ankle pivot, and his leg and his foot, can go up and down. So again, posability on this guy is actually not that bad at all. This guy is very, very, very posable. For a mainline, I'm still impressed. For a mainline, the fact that he's that posable, or this posable, dude, it's honestly a shock. But again, just a simple wrist swivel or the head can barely move up and down does limit this guy, but again, the articulation is very on point. But alrighty guys, I think it's time for you guys to see his honestly very decent looking alternate mode. Not the best, I do have some cons with it, but again, here is his really cool looking alternate mode. You know what? Not too shabby if you ask me, not too shabby. I think it honestly does look very well done. Now, is this the best? No. Are there flaws with this? Yes. But at the same time, it doesn't bother me. I think it does look very well done. For, again, a main line, I think this honestly looks very, very, very well. Again, this doesn't actually look that bad. You do got the nice Autobot logo there first. Again, does look very cool. You do got the nice, beautiful blue transparent plastic. I do love the way they did this. Again, do got the nice grill there, do got some nice light blue for the headlights there, do got the nice blackout for the tires there. And again, it doesn't look that bad. Is it the best? No. Are there a lot of problems like that hole right there? Yes. Is the feet noticeable? Yes. But at the same time, you gotta think about it. It's a main line. We know that Studio Series will be making maybe a better figure than this. But at the same time, for now, if you guys are looking for an Optimus Prime as a filler, I think this is a great filler. Now, here's where I have a problem. It is all the unpainted gray plastic. All around this figure, you can see the unpainted plastic, and it is a bothersome. Now, you see how these are painted silver? If this was painted silver all around here, yeah, I promise you, it would look way better. They even put silver on the side mirrors. I mean, come on, you could at least put silver here. Come on, man. But overall, I think it does look very well. Do got some nice detail there. I do love the red coloring. I do like the hint of blue in the back. Honestly, not too bad. Now, these parts are sticking out. This does bother me. I wish it would have folded in. They would have put a tab here so that way it can fold in. But you know what? It is what it is. Do got the nice looking smokestacks. They don't bother me at all. And here's the top as well. But again, it doesn't really bother me. Now, is this a better looking one than the Studio Series 38? Absolutely not. The Studio Series 38 looks way better. But I think for now, if you want a accurate Rise of the Beast, just keep this guy in his robot mode. I think it is the best way to go about this. Not the best, but you know what? At least it is something, and honestly, at least they tried, and honestly, it doesn't, again, actually look that bad. Now, of course, this figure can roll very well. It can do a full 360 very well. Again, it doesn't bother me. Everything sticks nice and solid together. Again, transforming this guy was honestly not that bad. I actually had a fun time transforming this guy, and that is very rare for me to say. But again, I actually had fun transforming this guy, and again, am I impressed? Yes, I am. Is it 100% perfect? 100% not. But you know what? I think for a mainline, it does look a very well. And again, unpainted tail lights. I thought the tail lights underneath this was, you know, the tail lights. But you know what? It is what it is. Again, the unpainted plastic is very bothersome. But you know what? It is what it is. But here's one last look at his really cool looking alternate mode. Again, if there was just silver here painted all over this figure, I promise you we would have a completely different conversation. But here's my overall review and my overall grade on this figure. Alrighty guys, there you go. There you have the Transformers Rise of the Beast Voyager class mainline Optimus Prime. Now, what are my overall thoughts on this guy? Honestly, he's good. He's not great, he's not perfect, he's not better than the Studio Series number 38, but again, I think he does look good. Now, the cons do weigh this guy very heavily, but other than that, I think this is a good filler Optimus Prime for now, until the Studio Series Transformers Rise of the Beast Voyager class Optimus Prime comes out. I think that figure will be way better, but for now, this is a good Optimus Prime. Honestly, there are some aspects that this guy does surprise me in, so for that, I do have to give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. Yes, an 8 out of 10 on this figure is a very good score for a mainline. I think it's a great score, but there is just a few cons on this guy, so let's talk about them. Now, the first con we are going to be talking about is, again, lack of paint. If only those unpainted plastic parts were painted just silver or gray here and there, this figure will look way better. But for now, this is what we have, this is what we got, and again, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Wish it was painted, we would have a completely different conversation right now. And honestly, believe me or not, the last con is a nitpick of mine, but it's just that the head for me is very hard to turn. I don't know why, but on my copy, the head is super hard to turn. I've been trying to loosen it for about a day now, and overall, it's just not budging. I've been trying for a day, try loosening it up, and again, it is just super hard on my copy, and the fact that it can't look up and down does honestly really surprised me. Like, are you serious? You couldn't have made him look up and down? But you know what? The articulation on this guy is very well. I think he does have a decent amount of articulation to the point where honestly doesn't bother me. Honestly, I totally forgot about it, but overall, I think this figure is still good. Now, this figure is very hard to find. Luckily, I found two, so I can choose either or, but at the same time, this figure is very hard to find. And if you guys did happen to find this guy, how did you guys feel? How did you guys react? And honestly, when I saw this guy, I was gonna pass on the main line, but again, just something about this figure caught my attention, and I had to pick him up. Now, is he worth the $35 or more? Honestly, not really, but at the same time, it's okay. It's a good filler. If you do want this Optimus Prime, I'd say go for it, but at the same time, he's hard to find, and don't try to buy him online. He is going for outrageous prices right now. But alrighty guys, I think that's gonna do it for me. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss a single upload. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and let me know in the comments down below, what are your most anticipated mainline, and have you guys even found any mainline figures, or like this Optimus Prime or Optimus Primal? Now, overall, this figure is good. He's not great, he's not perfect. I think he's just good enough, a good stand-in until we get the Hasbro version of the Studio Series version. But other than that, it's been Primus Reviews, and that has been Optimus Prime. Remember to stay calm and keep moving on. I'll make sure to see you guys on the next one. Bye! Oh yeah, one last thing. The blaster here has a peg there, and then there's a hole right there, and apparently you can plug this in so that way it can fill up that massive gap back there. You know what, 10 out of 10, this figure's way better than 2D Series number 38 Optimus Prime. Let's go. Oh yeah!